Okay, if we really had to admit it, I think we would all probably say that none of us look forward to some of the yearly doctor's visits that we have to make and the screenings that come along with them.
But for women, regular mammograms are the best way to detect breast cancer in its early stages. And getting a mammogram is really quite simple. How do I know? Well, not only did I get a mammogram, I let the cameras follow me along. My appointment was at the Breast Diagnostic Center of the Richard A. Henson Cancer Institute of PRMC. After getting my ID bracelet, I quickly changed.
Miss Bryant. Hi. Hi, I'm Tina. I'm going to do your mammogram today.
And met Breast Center Supervisor Tina Collier, who asked me a few health questions.
How old were you with your first child?
26.
Okay.
Then it's on to the procedure. Tina explains to me how, in order to get a good picture, the machine compresses the breasts.
I'm going to put this across the bottom part where the bottom part of your breast goes to make it a little bit softer for you, okay? Put that on there. I'm going to have you step right up here.
And gently, Tina positions my right breast for the first picture.
And just bring your hair back out of the way so we don't get that in there.
Within seconds, the machine takes the picture, and I'm ready to get into position for the left side. For me, it was quick and pain-free. But there's still a few more pictures to take.
This picture gets a little bit more tissue up in the upper part of your breast, so it
Okay.
tends to feel a little bit more uncomfortable.
Again, the right side, then the left. I did feel more pressure with these pictures, but still nothing I would consider painful.
Good. Go ahead and step back and you can cover up,
And that's it?
and that's it.
Really?
Mhm.
Now, are people usually nervous when they get this done?
Usually, yeah.
'Cause
It's
for the
an
first time?
anxiety-driven test, and I think people hear a lot of things from, you know, their friends or family, and it's really not as bad as what.
It really isn't.
And if everything looks okay, I don't have to do this again for another year.
Thank you so much,
You're
Tina.
welcome.
I'm so glad that's
I'm
over
glad you
with.
came in.
I'll be back next year.
Okay, great.
And it did come out clear, and Tina told me that a lot of women are nervous about getting a mammogram because they're afraid they'll get bad results. Others are afraid that the procedure itself is going to hurt, but it really doesn't.
Let me see if I can say this as gracefully as possible. Thank you for taking us along for that.
Yeah.
I know that must have been hard, but thank you. Wow. Something else that could save your life is knowing when something just isn't quite right with your body.
Even if you got a clear mammogram, you still want to be on the lookout for signs of trouble, like a new lump. A new lump in or around your breast or armpit could signal breast cancer, but most lumps stem from other conditions. But have it checked out by your doctor. Another sign, changes in breast size or shape. Breast cancer can change the way your breasts look and feel. But as you may know, so can, your menstrual period, pregnancy, breastfeeding, weight changes, and some medications. Notify your doctor if you notice skin flaking or dimpling. Inflammatory breast cancer can cause changes in the skin of the breast, making it look like an orange peel. And finally, nipple inversion or discharge. Breast cancer can cause your nipple to turn inward or discharge fluid. Make an appointment with your doctor if you have any of these signs.
Good time to do that. No, sometimes following your gut and persistence can be life-saving, and that was the case for one Salisbury woman. We first introduced you to Maria Pippin back in April of 2012. A couple of months after her annual mammogram, she noticed something strange in her breast while sitting on the sofa watching TV.
And not what I think most of us, when we think of tumor, we think of a neat round little marble. It was kind of like gristly feeling, almost like a thin strand of pearls or something like that.
Well, Maria had a mammogram and a sonogram. Both showed nothing, so she was referred to a surgeon. Well, it wasn't until she had a biopsy that she was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer.
Maria opted for a double mastectomy followed by chemotherapy. She will remain under a doctor's care since there is always a chance for recurrence. And if you would like to read more about the importance of staying on top of your mammograms, go to delmarlife.com and click on the show tab.
Well, another disease that impacts a lot of people, rheumatoid arthritis. Everyday movements that you and I take for granted, like walking, are difficult for people living with RA. We'll even get a demonstration on how the disease can restrict movement. We're going to also learn more about this often misunderstood disease.
And later, she's only 14, but don't underestimate her because of her age. Her talent will amaze you. We get a full performance from Lewis native Sarah Ann Garrison. Del Mar Life, we'll be right back.